Good afternoon. We're on our way home now. Just finished mahi. Went to see Mum before. I always go see Mum before I leave. And yeah, just got off the kaimais. I'm now, where am I? Who knows? Just past the kaimais. So about to get into Toriko, I guess, in a couple Ks. Anyway, I'm going through a new phase where, so growing up I was never good with money. Mum and Dad, not the greatest with money, so I never really had the education around money, around savings, around, you know, not booking up and all that sort of shit. So I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I need to fucking buck up my ideas and fucking get onto that shit. So yeah, we have a savings, have an emergency fund, and I have an Aitutaki account where next year when I turn 40, I'm saving into, because I want to take Luke and my boys back to Aitutaki. The other day I fucking took my car in. When I reversed, it was like screeching and so embarrassing. Anyway, I needed front brakes, back brakes. The fucking caliper was rusted and pitted, and I needed an air filter. What else did I need? A front bump stop or some shit like that. I don't know what that is, but needed all that. $1,600 later. Oh my goodness, I had to pull it out of the, the savings, and hurry up. Taking your time. Anyway. So I'm kind of going through, I've been watching some podcasts, and kind of, I'm following, low-key following. I'm not actually following. I don't follow anyone. For the reason being, I don't want to keep scrolling, because that's what's going to happen. Anyway, I'm following some podcasts just about financial literacy, because I fucking don't have a clue. Everything, like our house and all that, was through, you know, the in-laws, like it was their teachings, and obviously how the hubby's good, or, you know, getting better with money. He's such a Scrooge, which is good, and that's what I need in my life. But yeah, I need to learn more about financial literacy. So I'm on that waka, following Multi-Millionaire, or, you know, her podcast and stuff, and also, who's the other Kiwi ones? So there's Girls Who Invest, and Keep the Change NZ. So those are the kind of the three that I'm like following some of their podcasts. The other day I joined Sharesies. If you don't know what Sharesies is, it's like what is it? It's an investing platform where they can, on your behalf, invest into like the market, stocks, shares, companies, I don't know. So I've put money, I've deposited money there. My next step is to learn how to invest, so what to do with that money. So when you go onto the site or the app, they do have like a learn page. So everything I've got there, I've like written into a diary, because when I need to retain something, I need it written, I need it verbally, I need it fucking, I don't know, all of the above, just so that I can understand. So I'm still at the learning stage of like the very, very beginning of investing. So yeah, money's there, ready to invest. I just need to learn how to invest now. In Australia, I worked for Johan Lorraine, Net Wealth Services or something like that. And he was a financial advisor who was contracted to a superannuation fund. And his job, most of his clients were like Kiwis, which is pretty cool. Not just in Brisbane or Gold Coast, but all over Australia. So I was his PA per se, and I used to like book his flights to, to Perth or Melbourne, or so that was pretty cool. The thing when I worked there, I didn't quite understand what the fuck I was doing, or like what his job entailed. Like, yeah, I joined the fund, and his job was he keeps an eye on the market, and he informs all his clients, informs them what's happening and what could possibly happen, and all that, just about the markets, and what's affected, if the fund is affected, and it will help the clients make an informed decision on what to do with their money. So I never really understood when he mentioned like, oh, I'm going to put so much, or like 20% into cash, 30% into fucking, I don't know, what was it, high risk, I can't remember, just that sort of stuff. So he keeps an eye on the market, he lets his clients know, and then they make the informed decision. Oh, yep, I want you to do that, or I want this much here, this much there, cash or whatever, and then he'll move it on their behalf. He also, we go over there, we work so many different jobs, and each like company would have different superannuation funds that they go through. So we also could, take clients on, and on behalf of them, we'd go to the other superannuation funds just to merge it all together, and they'll have it all sent over to Net Wealth. So that I kind of understood, but now that I'm in this phase of learning how to invest, all of that makes sense now. Like what he was like, I just did the paperwork and the phone calls and the not really understanding, because he would keep it on the market, and he'd do like a what do you call it, like he'd write out what I would tell the clients. So even at that point I kind of understood, but I guess I just didn't really care because he was telling me what to say to them. Yet they'd ask questions, and I'll kind of, he'd talk to me before I'd do the calling. So yeah, he'd talk to me about obviously what I'm going to tell the clients, just so I have a little bit of knowledge, so when they did ask questions. Otherwise I'll just get them to give Johan a call. And so he did phone visits every 3 months, and then every 6 months he did like an actual visit. So he'd come to your house or wherever you wanted to meet him. Really down to earth guy, knows his shit. And there was a lot of how everyone's talking about financial freedom now. He was talking about it back then, and that's like, how old's Fabe? 10. Yeah, it was back then when he was like, telling his clients about financial freedom and making passive income and all this shit, and I'm like, fuck. So I don't know, hopefully a lot of the people over there who were clients at the time, hopefully they're still with him, because I don't know, now that I think about it, I wish that I remained with him, with Net Wealth. I don't know. Anyway, I'll give him a buzz, because now that I'm in this phase of wanting to learn how to invest and all that sort of stuff, I'll give him a buzz and just get a bit more insight. We get, I think it's called Insights, the email from Westpac. So they get all our clients to sign up to it, and this email tells you what's happening in the market. So I don't know, there may be other places where people can go which might be easier, but this kind of breaks it down. And I think I still get the emails, unless we're going to junk mail anyway. But yeah, so I'm going through that phase right now. never grew up rich. We, never had money. Even like, I don't know, having kids, I was just not good with money. And to me, it's not fair on Luke because he is good with money. He's such a Scrooge, which is good.